Welcome or welcome back, whichever suits you best. This is the second part of my Black Series collection tour, this time completely dust free, so let's take a look at the state of my Black Series display. I've started rearranging what was the battle shelf, and I've tried to do again some more little dynamic scenarios as well as just stacking some of the characters. Let's zoom in and have a look. At the back here, at the very back, I've got Indara facing off against May, a little bit like we saw at the beginning of the Acolyte when they're in that sort of bar cantina thing. I kind of like the poses you can get them into, with May sort of pulling a dagger back, about to sort of throw it at Indara. Just below them we've got the rest of the Acolyte figures here, all ready to face off against Chimera. Pretty happy with the little sort of stance I've got him in, I quite like him like that. I've chosen to keep him with the mask on because it works for that sort of scene in the Acolyte, and also I just like the look better. I think that sculpt's a bit better than the head sculpt that I happened to get with my one. Going down here, we've got again Shin and facing off against Sabine, and Ahsoka facing off against Balin. I kind of like these sort of poses. I think they're pretty cool. I like how dynamic they look, and I like the way Sabine and Ahsoka are sort of back to back, like they're in the middle of the same fight. I've also put some little white bits of paper on there so it looks like the sort of blaster marks. I want to sort of 3D print them, but I've just put them in to sort of as an example to illustrate it for this video. Moving back up, I've got my prequel Jedis. I've finally got an Anakin, which I'm really happy about. I've actually got two because I've got two by mistake and decided to keep them. So I've got one up here with my old Obi-Wan. I can't bring myself to buy that new Obi-Wan again. I've got far too many Obi-Wans, and I'm just really disappointed that they didn't come with the extra head sculpts and hands like they did in the Mustafar pack. I don't mind missing out on the diorama pieces, but I am really disappointed they didn't put the extra pieces into the single figure releases. I would have happily paid a bit more to get them. The rest of my prequel characters. I've got another one. Where is she? There she is. What's her name again? I forget. Barriss Offie, is it? I kind of like her. I really like the texture on her soft goods and the way the texture works. It looks exactly the same on the hardwood plastic. Very cool figure, in my opinion. Moving further down, I've got Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon facing off against Maul again. I've put him in a slightly different position from what he was last time, sort of tried to make him sort of open armed, like he's like facing off. Don't know if I pulled it off, but yeah, that's what I was going for anyway. We continue along. I've got some more just dark side sort of characters all around here, all a bit of a jumble. Got the sequel guys, Snoke. I kind of like the figure. I think the figure looks really cool. The character turned out to be pretty disappointing. It's a shame we didn't get more from him in the movie. Got Malik and Revan. Malik just really sticks in my mind. I did play Knights of the Old Republic. I don't really remember Revan, but Malik really sticks in my head. I think it's because of the sort of injury as to his lower jaw. That just, yeah, that really chilled me when I first see it. Got my second Anakin up here. Cloak, I think it was either from Qui-Gon or Obi-Wan from the free pack. I just put that on him so he looks a bit like he does in Mustafar, wanting to get that sort of look to him, but again, shame we didn't get that extra dark side head because I would have loved to have put that on him there. Got Emperor Palpatine at the back there, that's the one from the episode 3. Got Vader down here. Tried to sort of put the main bad guys like going down from the films, you know, like the early ones with Palpatine, Dooku, and Anakin going into the Darth Vader, and then down into the Inquisitors down here. And then also I've got Starkiller just at the back there. I thought he went well there next to Vader, like his secret apprentice. Also got Kylo Ren over there. I've got another Kylo Ren, but I chose to put that one up because I just liked the way he stood and held the saber better than the other one. Moving further down, we've got Obi-Wan and Darth Vader, or Anakin, however you want to put it, from the Obi-Wan series, trying to sort of get a little bit of a dynamic fight going on there. Should have put one of them little white things on there to illustrate it, because I'd like to get another one of them sort of saber clashes there. Just got an empty cloak there, it stands up nice. This is my Ghost Jedi figures. And there's Cal facing off against Dagon. Kind of like that, the double sabres, like he's chopping down. I wish I could have got the position a bit more of Dagon bending forward, which I think I'll try. Quite like the way Cal is. He looks like he's sort of struggling to fend off both blades there. But yeah, that's the updated battle shelf so far. Going over to our A New Hope shelf, I've shifted it around a bit. I've made a little bit sort of a bar, sort of like a half horseshoe shape of the bar, if you can see it there. There's Tobias Beckett behind the bar with Dr. Evazan and Ponda Baba, is that his name? Getting drinks. Momo Nadon over there wanting 2 drinks because he's a thirsty guy. I've got Ayla Sakura there. I was thinking about having her lying on the floor like Tobias had just shot her, like they say in Solo how he's the one who apparently killed her. I've set up my Biff band over here. I've given him the mic. I don't know if I mentioned that in the last video, but yeah, I've got 3 Biffs here and I've got 1 more in pack that I'm gonna put up there. I'm not gonna do the band like they were in the film because I can't be bothered to buy 7 of the same character, to be honest. I'd rather buy more diverse characters on my budget. Made a very small little platform for them, sort of inspired by the bandstand they've got in the cantina. It's just a simple sort of 3D print. But I kind of like it. I've tried to put a little bit of a crowd there. Greedo's loving it. He loves this tune. So is this Tusken Raider. The one in the back, not so much. Move around. Han's over there. He's trying to put in a request, but they ain't listening. Chewie's there. He's armed up. I don't know why. I've also got Doc Ondar, one of my new figures I've got recently, which I'm really happy to have. He's a really cool figure. Great accessories. Haven't really got anywhere to put him, so I thought he'd look good in the cantina. There's Luke and Obi-Wan, and can't remember what that layer's called, but you know she's the one from the end of A New Hope. And also down here, we have a Gonk droid, which I'm very happy with. It's a 3D print. But yeah, there he is. I'm going to finish him off. He's in 3 parts. I'm going to practice doing my painting and weathering on him, but I'm quite happy with him. I've got another idea for doing a different version of a Gonk droid, but don't want to reveal too much yet. If I actually get round to doing it and my abilities hold up, I'll definitely show you on a future video. Love to know what people think, if they would like to leave a comment. Absolutely no need to if you don't want to, but I'd be very interested. Moving down to what was the Empire shelf, we've just sort of set up all the figures on here for the time being because I was getting sick of them being in boxes and taking up room in the room, so taking up space in the room rather. So yeah, I've just sort of plonked them all in there. They're all sort of loosely sort of batched into sort of the right kind of characters. Like there's a few Hoth characters there, a few Bespin characters back there, a few Imperials, Luke and Yoda. Yeah, a few of my snowtroopers. Here's what was the Jedi shelf. We've still got our stormtroopers set up in a little battalion with the 2 mouse droids there. Got 1 Imperial Royal Guard still. I need to get another one. There's our Emperor standing up. Darth Vader, the Return of the Jedi one, and Luke there. Got a Han and being held back by the Biker Scout. Again, I want to get him set up with a couple of the speeder bikes in front of it in a nice scene eventually, but I've got to find space for that. Here's some more Jedi ones. There's our lovely, lovely Ewoks. Admiral Akbar. And that's them there. This one's a complete change and a real mess at the moment. We've got Cal up there. I've finally got a Ronin as well. I'm so happy to get this Ronin figure. I love him. He's awesome. I love the black and white look that suits the cartoon. The wired cape's pretty cool. I do like it, although I'm not super happy about the stitching on the inside, but you don't really see it, so that's okay really. Love this little R5 or R2. I can't remember what kind of astromech he is, but he's great. He's awesome. Love the hat. Also got a new Ray there. No, not that Ray, sorry. This Ray. This new Ray is the Island Journey Ray. So she's sort of got an appearance on the shelf. I do like the face sculpt on her, although she's not the greatest at standing, my one, so I've had to put her feet a little bit one in front of the other. I guess that's why she needs Jedi training. There's the Peridia Ahsoka at the back there, who's cool, but I'd like to make her a little white cloak because I think she's looking cooler. There are a load of other figures from different franchises here because I just happened to see them on a deal and I just decided to indulge because I thought they were cool. Also these Star Wars Doorables that I've got into because again I saw them in a sale and I thought I'd get a few and I've just started another collection now. But yeah, that's about it really for this video. That's the updates to the display so far.